What's going on, E-Nation Army? This is the Emperor's 2627 here. Welcome back to yet another diecast review. I got myself yet another 1990s or 1995 NASCAR Super Trucks diecast. In this diecast review, it is going to be on not Jeff Gordon. It is going to be on Scott Lagasse's 1995 DuPont Automotive finishes Chevy Silverado from Hendrick Motorsports. I think this is either Scott Lagasse or Scott Lagasse Jr. I gotta look it up. I think it's gotta be Scott Lagasse Jr. So yes, back in 1995, Terry Labonte ran a number 5 Rainbow Warriors truck, and so did Scott Lagasse. Not Jeff Gordon, surprisingly. And there's even like a 24 Rainbow Warrior truck with Jeff Gordon's name on it. Whatever makes people buy those diecasts. But in reality, Gordon never ran a DuPont truck. So let's go to packaging. So you got Racing Champions Inc., although collectible, NASCAR Super Truck Series Craftsman First Production, Premier Edition, match serial numbers on truck card, collector, and display stand. There's the Racing Champions 50-watt truck. Which I'm surprised we never saw someone drive a 51 Racing Champion truck or a promo diecast of it. Instead, we had like Brickyard for 100 trucks. And then you got 164 scale Super Truck collector's card display stand. There's everything in the packaging. See bottom package for serial number on car chassis. 1-inch choking has a small part number 203 years. At the back of the box, you got all these informations. NASCAR Super Truck Series, IndyCar, and then you got the packaging for kart, trucks, and Buescher Cup. And then there's the driver's signature, and this is, I don't know what that is. It might be something for like diecast to sell, I guess. I don't know. And then you got Rick Crowley, check. Scott Lagasse, check. Butch Miller, check. Mike Skinner, check. Bill Sedgwick, I think it's a 75 truck, which is kind of expensive. Mike Chase, I think I gotta get that at some point. And then you got the barcode, you got the license, other credits. With that being said, let's get this diecast out of its box. I don't think it has a smell. Then again, it is a 31-year-old diecast. So before we get to the truck, here's a card. The Scott Lagasse 1995. There's a card, Premier Edition, the Super Truck Series logo, Scott Lagasse 24, Racing Champions, serial number 4773. There's a stand. The Scott Lagasse, St. Augustine, as his hometown, and he was born 2 days before the inaugural Daytona 500. And then you got Scott Lagasse's signature, number 24. And now we get to the coolest part of the video of diecast reviews, reviewing the diecast itself. And here we are. There is Scott Lagasse's 1995 DuPont Automotive finishes truck. Can't believe I'm like 3.5 minutes in. Now we're getting to the truck. Sorry about that. So let's get to the reviewing, shall we? So he got the number 24. You got Automotive finishes, GMAC, DuPont, Valvoline, AC. You got Scott Lagasse's signature. And then you got the 1995 NASCAR Super Truck Series Craftsman contingency sponsors. And then you got Craftsman on the windshield banner. DuPont on the hood with the rainbow. Chevy bow tie, Chevy bow tie. You got Chevy. Excuse me. You got the same side as the left. At the back bumper, you got DuPont Automotive Finishes 24. There's a Chevy bow tie. There's Chevy. And then you got 24 on the roof. And on the flatbed, you get nothing. There's nothing on the flatbed. And, I mean, what isn't there to say about the Rainbow Warriors? It's iconic. It's beautiful. It's peak. It's gorgeous. What a beautiful truck. Hang on. Trying to do something for like a better thumbnail. No. I don't know, man. Yeah, sorry about this. Try to do better. Oh, there we go. Right, keep it like that. Anyway, so what is there to say about this truck? It is a Rainbow Warrior truck with number 24, driven by not Jeff Gordon, Scott Lagasse. Um, just gorgeous. It's always gorgeous to see the Rainbow Warrior in general, no matter if it's a truck or a cup, anywhere. Just look at this. I believe the main color of the livery of the Rainbow Warrior is usually either red and blue, and then sorry, and then you got the yellow, green, and different blue color as well. Just a really gorgeous truck overall. I love getting these 90s trucks. Hopefully at some point I'll get more. Let's see how it goes as time moves forward. So yeah, beautiful, just beautiful. The only ways you can get a number 24 DuPont Rainbow Warrior truck is either Scott Lagasse or the same truck but with Jeff Gordon on it. That's like the only ways you can get it. And you can also get Terry Labonte's 1995 truck Richmond win. It's a clean race version, so I would love to get it, but I would have to do a gift card because it is expensive. So yeah. Other than that, beautiful truck, beautiful diecast, beautiful everything. And with that being said, what the hell was up? Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Impress 2627 signing off. Goodbye, everybody.